Well, it's early Saturday morning, sun's out, shitloads of solar coming in, so happy days. I'm just upsetting my neighbours as usual. Just, what is it, 7:30 I think? Smashing this bloody noisy heap of shit with a grinder. So what I'm going to do, today's the day we'll put the battery together. I've joined the old steel frame, two of them together. So I've got a one of those LIFeP04 swords. Oh, I've done it again. Blocked up the microphone. I've got a LIFeP04 saw in the shed that can sort of separate these. So I chopped the back piece out. I've kept it, and I'm going to attach it. So I'm going to have 24 volts and 24 volts, and I kept the bracket for the old BMS. I don't think the JK BMS will fit on there, but hopefully it does. But otherwise I'll salvage those plates out of there because they're handy for people mounting BMSs in cars or something like that if they're going to do lithium batteries in their car. So yeah, so I'm going to rip into that today. I've decided I'm not going to use the shed as a battery, like as a drain, because the inverter in the shed is too big and the house runs off it. So what I'll do instead is I'm going to probably stick this to this board. Oh, goddamn cat, I swear to God. I'm going to stick this to that board so that me and my mate can pick it up and carry it out to the caravan, and we'll use the we've got a Multiplus 48 3000 in the van, and we'll use the van's air conditioner to draw the battery down. So there's already a shunt in there, it already records the VRM, so I'll just adjust the battery characteristics, synchronize it to 0 once I know it's fully charged, and then and we'll discharge this thing. Anyway, I'll rip into it. I've got to go down to Bunnings once I've finished joining these things together, and grab some matting to stick on the inside, because I think this joint's going to be a little bit imperfect. I've only tacked it together, so it's not it ain't going to be the strongest thing in the world, but we'll see. For the sake of saving some time, I'll get this together today, get it on charge today. There's plenty of capacity in the battery in the shed, so we could even charge it overnight if we had to. And once we know it's charged, we'll start the discharge. Right, so the sprinklers have already wet this bloody thing, but I've modified the the 4 battery holders, the frame that was inside of the battery chassis, so that they can hold 4. I've just tacked them together. To be perfectly honest, I haven't done the best job in the world, but that'll do. It'll hold. It's got these so we can move it. I don't want to hook this up to the caravan and have something go wrong and burn my caravan down. So I'll snip these and try and save that cable, because I'm just going to give these other BMSs away, so if anybody wants one, just say so. And I'll splice in the bigger BMS. So I don't have a mount for my GoPro, so I'm not going to show you that bit. I'll get these out of the way, slide the batteries in place, figure out, actually that's what I've got to do. I've got to figure out how I'm going to join these things together, because maybe I could just bend that up and wrap some wire around it just temporarily, and we'll do the discharge test on this thing. And then if it turns out that this is good, I'll invest in a welder maybe. Yeah, let's do that. Righto, I'll be back once I've got this mounted. Right, so battery's in. Nothing untoward was going on here. I don't know where these scratch marks came from. Nothing sus. Yep, definitely nothing sus. Anyway, they're in, and we'll never discuss that ever again. Oop, I covered the microphone up again. I have a really bad habit of doing that. I've really got to get a handle for this camera. Anyway, I'll tighten this one down. I shouldn't use these bolts again that have got the glue on them, but I am. So this terminal is going to come, so we've got a 24 volt pack there, so 12 volts here, 12 volts here, 12 volts here, 12 volts here. I'm pulling the negative of the lower part of this pack down, and I'm going to connect it right here to the positive of the lower part of the pack. Once we've done that, I'll run another negative wire through from here to the front. We'll tape them together to get a little bit of safety going on, and then we'll install the BMS. And yeah, all going well. It should be done today. I'll get it on charge, and then we'll run it out tomorrow. I figure we'll get it charged, get it balanced, make sure it's balanced, then we'll do the rundown test, and then we'll also do a charge up test to see how it goes. I'm a bit dubious about these not carrying the current that I want, so I'm probably going to lock the I'll probably lock the test at, say, 1.5 kilowatts. You reckon that'd be safe for these terminals, wouldn't it? What do you think? What's your opinion?
It's 25 mil squared.
Yeah, it's just the lock, how much tension I'm going to be able to get down on it. It's not a perfect mating surface anymore either.
Yeah, but your pad is underneath here, so...
Yeah, so it should be alright.
Yeah, you should be fine. Just keep the thermal on it.
Yeah, well, I've got my little IR camera here ready, because no doubt something's going to go wrong. Right, now the fun bit. We've got the negative of the entire pack just here, so that makes this balance lead here the negative on my BMS lead, and I will step through first positive, second positive, third positive, fourth positive, and so on and so forth. And then I've got to switch to the other side. So I'm not going to video this bit. I don't have a mount to monitor it, and it's boring anyway. You know what I'm going to do. I'm going to snip the wires, slip them back a little bit, join this on, and tape it. It's not going to win any beauty pageants anytime soon, but dust this old girl off. I reckon we're just about ready to plug this thing in. So I've got all the balance wires sorted out. I'll tape up that last little bit down there to make it a little bit neater. I've done a little test. That's one of the things I neglected to do when I first pulled the battery apart, is show what the cells were at. They were all at 3.3-ish volts. I didn't see anything that stood out to me, which is why I didn't think to record it. That was a bit silly, but otherwise they're looking good. So other than the damage I've done, yeah, they look alright. So let's plug this thing in. I'll get myself paired to it, and then I'll be back in a minute. Alright, it's wired up. Had to have this negative. I find that to be a bit unusual. Why? Oh, maybe. Is that pushed in properly? No, it is. It's just the angle I'm sitting on. Okay. These things got a button that you got to put on. They don't just turn on by default. I think I vaguely recall Off-Grid Garage having a problem where you actually had to like earth something out, but the new models have this button. And I always panic whenever I hear that last beep, thinking that something's gone wrong. But let's have a look. We should, if we scan, yep, there it is. Now, these are connected. What's our alarm? Cell count is not equal to settings. Modify the password in time. Okay, cool. Anyway, look, that appears to be working. So discharge is off. Let's control. I don't know. What is the control? Is it 1, 2, 3, 4? Oh, okay. I wonder if it's. Oh, great. Hang on. Let me just try one of my passwords. I'll just do that off the screen. No offense, YouTube. No, it's not that either. So, what was it? 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe? No. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey, there we go. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's turn on the charge, discharge, and balance. And in settings, we definitely do not have that many cells. We've got 16, not 160. Whoa. 16. Cool. Cell capacity. Now we think this is 200, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it at 300, and we're going to try and discharge this thing as low as it. Did I need to push that? Oh, you bastard. Trust that to be the case. 16, and we're going to say it's 300. We know it's not 300. Yeah, let's do that. Right, discharge is off, charge is off, discharge is off. Why do I have to modify the password? Come on, man. Must I? I don't want to modify the password. Charge on, discharge on. Yep, there we go. Okay. So, it thinks it's at 74%. Let me go find a charger and charge this thing up. It's possible that we could, if I could get it to my battery bank, I could possibly charge it off the big battery bank, but that requires me moving it to the shed, which is somewhere I don't want it. So I think this will be a job of, I don't know, bringing some small chargers out to it. I've got my e-scooter chargers that go to 58 volts, so I'll use that. But we'll have to set some settings on it, like over voltage protection. What have we got here? Cell overvolt protection is at 3.6 and it'll switch off at 3.55. I'm happy with that. Undervolt protection is at 2.650. That's a pretty good number, I think. I've seen Andy's videos go down as low as, even lower than that, but I reckon that'll do. That's the parameters of the test. I think we just have at it. Continued current charge. Well, this is a 200 amp charger, so that could be a lot higher. Yeah. Oh, actually, maybe not. Oh no, who cares? Who cares? I'll good opportunity to test my little IR camera again, make sure it's working, because I am a bit dubious about these connections in between. I wonder if there's going to be any arcing in there. I'll have to keep a close eye on this. Anyway, let me get this thing on charge. Stay tuned. I will be back. I'm going to split this up. I said I'd only do this in 2 more videos on top of the breakdown or the teardown video, but I'm probably going to split it up into another video. This is taking me a little bit longer than I thought, and I've got some other stuff to do. You might be able to hear Starfield playing in the background. Goodness me, that is going to take a long time to charge, isn't it? Fuck. Yep. Alright, well, that's about all I can muster at the moment, unless I bring one of my MPVTs out here, which I don't think I'm willing to do that right now. I think we're just going to have to wait for this thing. Anyway, here's what it is. I'll be back. I'll be back as soon as this thing is charged.